this week for another rendition of Ronnie Rowe Designs. And for you out there who have not watched any of my videos, and who is Ronnie Rowe? I am a cross-stitch designer. Been doing it for approximately 43 years and still enjoying it, putting out some designs every once in a while. But I started doing this channel to inform people about what I was doing and my designs, and plus any other information that I thought was uh, interesting in the cross stitch world. So, um, anyway, that's who I am and what I do. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you back again this week. I really do appreciate you letting me come into your home and sharing a little bit of what I do with you. And that's very, very nice of you. Tonight, I got my little teleprompter. This is my teleprompter. Not a really good one, but that's what I use. So I kind of keep track somewhat of what I want to talk about this evening. Um, Before we get started, I need you to hit the little subscribe button if you see it on the bottom. And the ones who have subscribed to this channel, I really appreciate it a whole lot. I'm getting more people to subscribe to the channel, and so that helps me out and gives me some sense about some feeling about who's out there watching. And I did get a lot of comments. The comments this week. Last time I did the video. It's been 3 or 4 weeks, 3 weeks or so, and try to answer them all the best I can. So if you do have a question, be sure to put it in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to get back with you and see what's going on. Okay, we get started. What are we going to do tonight? Tonight, we're going to talk about my new design. My new design, as you probably already know, is entitled Help. And so that is the one I'm doing, and I'm going to show you my progress on that shortly. It's one I've been doing for some time now, for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've got the design laid out the way I think I want it to look. Uh, this is a design that I told you in the last video that I'm going to be marketing, and 100% of all the 100% of the sales of this is going to go to a shelter here in my local area to help people in need, homeless in particular. I did get an opportunity to talk to the director of our local YMCA and put a bug in his ear about an organization, if he could steer me in the right direction of where to go, and also a county official here in York County, and that's a county next to where I live, and so try to help some of the folks there. So we haven't made a firm decision on that, but it's kind of early right yet because the design is taking a while, and it'll be a while before I finish this and get everything together. So we're going to show you that. Going to be talking about that. I'm gonna feature a design. Somebody asked me, said, why don't you go back and look at one of your designs you've done in the past and feature that and talk about it and tell a little bit about it, and how you came up with the idea and what and put it together. So we're going to do that this evening. We're also going to I'm going to show you the finished picture of the red bench. The red bench I showed you in the last video did not have the glass in it, did not have the frame. I hadn't finished everything. I showed you the finished product, but without I've got it all glassed up now. So you will be seeing that. The red bench is out there on Etsy right now. And for the folks that are listening, they did go out to Etsy and purchase one. I really appreciate that a whole lot. That helps, and I'm glad there was some interest in that. I'll tell you the same thing I tell people years ago when I go to craft stores, craft shows, and I'd have the tent like everybody else, the white tent and designs and everything, and I'd get a load of people around. And I would tell them, you need to get these designs right now because I have a limited supply. And I'm telling you right now, on especially the red bench and my other designs, there are a limited supply of these. And what happens when that limited supply runs out, that means I got to print another limited supply. So they're out there. Anyway, I appreciate the folks that did go out and take a look at those, and thank you very, very much. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be also talking about the printing of my designs, how many, the cost, timing. Timing is very important for me as a designer when I put something out. Emails, how I go and market my products, so my designs out to you find people out there that obviously are somewhat interested in them. But anyways, getting started right now, I'm going to do the new design, what I'm doing. What I worked on last time, I was telling you, I was doing a skylight, and then one side I'm gonna have a homeless person with a sign help, and then a bench on the side with trash. I've gotten a lot of that done, and what I'm going to show you this evening is, again, this is rough. This is right out of the hoop I've been stitching, and so you've seen this before. This is where I am in my process right now. Uh, I've got the skyline all done. I've got the bench I'm working in right here. I'm working this way, coming left to right. I got to go some more down here at the bottom of the bench. And then this gentleman right here, you see, he's going to be coming down here with the help sign, and you're going to see the water coming down here from the city skyline. So I like the way the city skyline has turned out right now. I think that's, let me get it over here so you can see it better. I think that's cool. I think it worked out really well. You didn't want to put too much or too little into this area right in here, up here. You wanted to give it some resemblance of buildings in the background, a city, if you will, that this gentleman is sitting in front of. So that's where we are right now on the new design help. And hopefully that will be coming along, be out in the next month or two. I'm going to say month or two because this time of year my stitching is slowing down because like tomorrow morning I'm going on the Chesapeake Bay crabbing, and so and then gardening work and everything else. So I don't have as much time I'm dedicating to stitching as I do in the winter months or when it's colder weather outside. So anyway, that's the new design help. The feature design this week. What I'm going to show you is one I did some years ago, and it's called Abandoned by the Sea. And this picture is some old buildings going out, some old oyster or crab or lobster houses going out into the bay, taking a turn with a pier with some boats washed up on shore. And what I did is I took a photograph when I was up in New England some years ago, the wife and I took a picture of these boat and these buildings, and I put all this stuff together. This is just not one photograph. This is a whole bunch of stuff I took pictures of, put it together, did a lot of coloring to it, sky and everything. But anyway, instead of me just sitting here talking about it, let me show you Abandoned by the Sea. And again, this has glass to it. I apologize. I'm gonna try to tilt this thing, but that's what we're talking about. These are the buildings. Actually, this building right here was not even attached to these. I just added all of this back in here to go along with this building here, and came up here with some rocks in the area up in the New England waterfront and put some color in and put the boats in there. So this was called Abandoned by the Sea, a fairly large design. Uh, Not complicated to stitch, but I enjoyed it. I like the colors in it. I like the perspective. I like the everything about it. If the folks that like something with boating or that sort of seascape, the sea around the sea, I think it's turned out to be a pretty nice picture. And I framed this again in the Bainbridge silver frame with white matting and the inside matting of pale blue to match the colors, one of the colors in the picture itself. So that is Abandoned by the Sea. Um, that's my feature one this week. And again, that's out on SD and sites. And so anyway, if you want to take a look at that, please do. Um, the next one I want to show you is Red Door. You saw it in the last video, but right now, what I want to do is show you the finished product. I've got the last time I didn't have the wire and the hanger in the back and all that on it. So now if I can turn it around here, right? Now that I do, this is red, I keep saying red door, it's red bench. And that is the finished product of red bench. And you can see how that turned out with the glass in it and everything. I think it turned out well. And again, I really like the trees, the faded trees in the back. That really stood out to me and really made this thing really pop, if you will, to the depth perception of really going back on something and by using cross stitch design. So anyway, that is my red bench finished up. I did have an opportunity this past week to go up to Colonial Williamsburg and visit a cross stitch shop in Williamsburg. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful shop up in Lightfoot, and carried some charts up there. They've got supplies. It's Liberty Hill Needleworks. So if you go to Colonial Williamsburg, gosh, you got to make a point to go to Liberty Hill Needleworks. It's not hard to find. It's an easy drive. It's not far from downtown. I'd say 5 miles, something like that. It's not bad, but the shop is set up beautifully. They've got everything. I mean everything. Their selection of materials and floss and patterns is just it's one of the best I've seen. So if you get a chance, go to Liberty Hill Needleworks. That's up in Lightfoot, Virginia. What else is going on? Printing my designs. When I how do I know when I do my printing? Who does my printing? Well, first of all, my printing is done by Office Max, Office Depot, Office Max. They do my printing, and I've got a system down with Anthony and the folks at my local Office Max, and they know exactly what I want and the type of paper I want and everything. But that's been that's where I print just about everything, because I found out with my printing that I have here in my office and everything, with the number of prints and with 12 sheets on each one of these designs, it's just not reasonable for me to print them. It's better for me to go somewhere like that and do their laser printing. I have to come up with a number every time I print. I have to figure on how many uh, how many I need on hand, how many distributors I want to take. So that's the way I come up with a number. And sometimes I'm short, and sometimes, but I've gotten to the point now I pretty much can estimate how many I need to print. So and I look at past sales on things, and because you never know how the design is going to go. But anyway, that's printing. I do all that through home Office Max. And again, how many? Cost is a big deal on printing. You want to keep your costs down as much as possible. Another person asked me, how do I determine how much one of my designs cost? I don't know. I just come up with what what is standard across the whole industry, and it's normally $12, $16, $8. I know that my Williamsburg designs that I have, my color leaflets, I think they're $5.50, something like that. So it varies on the printing and how many pages are in it. Uh, that's really that really determines a lot on how much you charge for a design. Um, Timing, when do I print them? I try to coordinate everything along with just distributors and the end of the month when they would want something to put on their Friday specials that they put out to shops and everything. So that's uh that's that's timing wise on it. I do try to put out something every year, at least 2 or 3 designs for the big markets that they have, and especially the Nashville market. That's in the needlework market in early March, and they'll be having that again next year, the first part of March in Franklin, Tennessee, right next to Nashville. So, but anyway, try to put those out right there. Emails. Another way I get things out is emails. I have got an extensive email listing I have kept over the years, I guess, ever since I had emails. I mean, ever since emails, that's back in the ever when 1990s, something. I've got still all of those on spreadsheets, and I send all this stuff out. A lot of them have faded away. I have to take them off. It comes back. It's not active anymore, but a lot of them are. So I send a lot of stuff out on mailing list, emails, and plus put it on Twitter and put it on Ronnie Rowe designs.com and SD and everywhere else. So anyway, they're pretty easy to find. So this week, what I'm going to work on, I'm going to finish working on this help. And I haven't figured out yet uh, when, let's just say someone purchases a help, and I hope you will. I hope everyone out there is going to help me out with this, because like I say, 100% of all these funds are going to profit is going to go to a shelter. And so I'm really hoping you guys will really get behind this. And not that you're stitching it, it's going to be a cheap design. I haven't figured out the shipping on them. It's still going to have the shipping cost on that. We're going to take off, and the printing, but everything else that you make once you do all the figuring, everything, the profit, all of that 100% is going to go to the shelters. So, but anyway, I am really, really going to promote that in my next video. I'm going to come up with something a little exciting, something elaborate, try and to really get your attention. That's what I want to do, because I think I think it's a good cause, and I think it's something each and every one of us can get behind and do something with. So, um, anyway, I don't have much more going on this week. I just want to tell you, I am going crabbing tomorrow morning. Looking forward to that. Get up early tomorrow morning, and so see how I haven't been this year. It'll be the first day. And so I'll see how I do with that. I'll let you know that. And I'll take pictures and put them up in my next video and show you what's going on with crabbing on the Chesapeake Bay. And get home, steam them, sit back on the patio, pick crabs. Can't get much better than that. You can't cross stitch while you're picking crabs. At least I haven't tried. Or if you do, you better have some good soap, because you got to wash the material really good after you pick crabs. So, but anyway, until next time, I really appreciate you coming and joining me this week. I really appreciate each and every one of you for allowing me to come into your home again. And thank you so much for your participation in this. I hope you like the videos. Oh, go see Jules. I always mention Julie. Go see Jules, Stitching with Jules. She's doing a fantastic job. She's got a beautiful office. She's got decorative things. She's got pretty pictures behind us. And what does Ronnie Rowe have? Same thing I've had ever since day one. And I'm probably not going to change that. I don't know. My wife keeps saying, God, why don't you put something over all of this mess you got back here? Well, this is my office. This is what I do. And this is this is where it all starts. So, but anyway, I'm happy with it. So I guess that's okay. I hope you are too. Come back and see me. And before I leave you, I want to remember what I tell you every week, every time we have a video. The number one thing I want you to do is be safe. Come back and see me. Bye bye.